folks again. It's been a wonderful day already, so we appreciate y'all for hanging out here. What a wonderful, wonderful event. And this is just day one, ain't it? Just Thursday here, so great to be a part of things around here. We'll do a song for you now. This is one I recorded several years ago and recorded it on Pine Castle Records. We wrote this song with a dear friend of mine named Scott Mahaffey. And I wrote this song from the angle of an old tree sitting on a family farm. And if this tree could just talk and tell the stories of things that's went on through the years and the generations that's passed on an old farm from the angle of a tree. Now, how many of you have got a tree on an old farm and you can only imagine if this tree could just talk now and tell the stories of stuff that it's seen? Well, that was the idea. And when I started writing this song, I realized I was telling the story of the way I grew up on my papa's farm there in North Georgia. We had a garden spot that set up on a hill, to give you an idea of the way it laid. And beside that garden spot, there was a big maple tree. And all of us as a family, we would all work together in the garden. How many of you did that? Everybody go out in the garden together, stringing beans, picking corn and all that. All of us in the family would do that. Well, there was a trail that led from the garden down through the bottoms down to the creeks. And all us grandkids, my grandpa was a preacher for about 50 years and a fiddle player for about 50 years. And a whole lot of the reason that I play this music. He was a big mentor for me. But he knew that us kids, when we was working in the garden, we'd rather be down there by the creek because the beavers would dam it up and they would make perfect swimming holes and fishing holes down there at the creek. And, you know, my papa knew we wanted to be down there by the creek instead of up there in the garden. But when all that work was done, we would wear that trail out down there to the creek, and he'd have us down there by the creek. He was going to tell us things of the Lord, all of us grandkids. And part of the tradition was we were going to get on our knees and pray. I remember the very log in the bend of the creek down there that we would all gather up around. And when I wrote this song, I realized this was the story I was telling in this song, and we'll do it here. This is one of our most requested songs I recorded on Pine Castle Records, and we'll do it today for you. And this is a song called Georgia Maple. We'll get Jake Goforth here to sing another one for you. This is one we've been doing for a while. Get him up here to sing this one. If y'all don't mind, right here from Troy, North Carolina, this is Mr. Jake Goforth right here on the guitar and vocals for you today. This is one he wrote, an original song, an instrumental he wrote. And get this guy over here on the banjo. What y'all think of this guy on the 5-string banjo over here? He is your national 5-string banjo champion, Mr. Anthony Howell, right there on the banjo.
All right. I'll tell you what, I've thoroughly enjoyed Rimington Ryde Bluegrass Festival. Y'all give Mr. Larry Efall a hand for putting this on. This is a good job. Well, like Edgar said, I'm going to play a banjo tune that I wrote that I've got on a record out there. Y'all can find it on iTunes and Spotify. Like we said, we don't have any CDs with us, but you can find everything online. But anyway, I hope you enjoy my original banjo tune entitled The Wilson County Breakdown. Let's do it again.
you, thank you. I like the house my daddy built, fellas. We'll do a song for you now. This is one written by a great songwriter in our music. It's a fine fellow, a good friend of mine named Mark Brinkman. Anybody here ever heard of Mr. Brinkman? Wonderful fella and a great songwriter. He called me on the phone. He said, Edgar, I got a song I want to send you fellas because I think it fits you. And he sent it to me. And it was one of those songs that just hit home from the minute I heard it. You ever had a song that nailed you to the wall from the word go? This song got me. And this song made me think about my grandparents. I lived right next door to Pop and Granny's, and I grew up next to my grandparents, and I'm telling y'all, I was a spoiled grandkid. I'll own up to it. Anybody else grow up at Pop and Granny's like that? To give you an idea how bad it was, my granny ironed my T-shirts, if that tells y'all anything. I didn't ask her to. She just looked at me, I guess, and could tell I needed it. I don't know, but I love her dearly. She's 85, and she calls me every week. She's been worried all week about this whole week. She said, you're going to come see me when you get home, so y'all know where I got to go. As soon as I get home, I got to go to Granny's. She's still spoiling me because she's going to have cabbage, turnip greens, fried taters, and all that stuff as soon as I get home.
I'll tell you who else is going to see Granny.
You going to see Granny with me?
Granny
Okay. Well, we better get over there come Monday. Yeah, we're going to go see Granny. Even before I go get my bus, I'm going to go see Granny. That'll give me strength to get out there and get it. So, but I heard this song. It made me think about my grandparents and the way they raised their house. It hit home with me. And I love this song from the word go. And this song's written by Mr. Mark Brinkman, Jeff Elliott, and Mike Morgan. And I hope you can relate with it also. And this is a song called In the House My Daddy Built, in the Home My Mama Made. He broke his back from dawn till dusk to put food upon our plate. In the house my daddy built, in the home my mama made. Mama was a willing ear, a shoulder to cry on, a Bible verse each evening, and singing all day long. Her gentle way of giving was like living with a saint. In the house my daddy built, in the home my mama made. Daddy raised the timbers, mama raised us kids. Some said we were poor, but love made us rich. I wouldn't trade a fortune for the way we were raised. In the house my daddy built, in the home my mama made. Just the other day, and that house is standing strong, and memories don't fade. I place some grateful flowers on Mom and Daddy's grave. In the house my daddy built, in the home my mama made. Kids. Some said we were poor, but love made us rich. I wouldn't trade a fortune for the way we were raised. In the house my daddy built, in the home my mama made. House built in the home by Mama made. Thank you, written by Mr. Mark Brinkman, Jeff Elliott, and Mike Morgan there. Thank you, thank you. We'll do a song for you now that we wrote. Myself and Zach Autry wrote this one a few years ago down here on the Mandolin. And we wrote this late one night. A lot of times, like last night, you go through the night and you don't have a chance to sleep and rest. So we find ourselves driving through the night, but we love writing songs through the night. You know, it's a lot of times through the morning hours. But sometimes you'll go through this place, folks, that you may have been before. Some of you may have been here. We drive through here often. You'll leave tonight at 11 o'clock, and you got to be on stage tomorrow at 3. But somewhere around 3 in the morning, you'll go through this place called Delirious. Has anybody ever been there to Delirious? It's a cool place if you're a songwriter now. And this particular occasion, we drove right through Delirious, and we woke up the next morning and had a song we had wrote on the dash, and we didn't even remember writing the thing. We looked at it and was like, wow, Zach, this is pretty cool. Right beside of that really cool song was this yellow piece of paper from the State Patrol that was not really cool at all. But was the song worth it?
Yes.
Okay. We got a song out of the deal.
Did you ever pay that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, y'all give it up for this fella, because this is going to feature him. That's Zach Autry down here on the mandolin and vocals.
Thank you, Edgar. We'll do this one here for you. Like you said, we wrote it many years ago, and it kind of is our story of the, or our telling of the old classic story of the girl I left behind me, of the soldier who goes overseas and leaves his true love behind, and his journey to try to claim his lost love when he gets back home. And it tells that story, and it's one entitled, "Have You Seen My Blue Ridge Girl?"
She'll have my heart until my dying day. Well, I left her many years ago forsaken, when a lady came and sent me off to war. She said when I returned that we would marry. Well, I said no man could ever love you more. Have you seen my Blue Ridge girl from West Virginia? Does she speak about the boy who went away? See her, please tell her that I love her, and she'll have my heart until my dying day. Not seem to take it. Now they tell me that my Blue Ridge girl is gone. Have you seen my Blue Ridge girl from West Virginia? Does she speak about the boy who went away? If you see her, please tell her that I love her, and she'll have my heart until my dying day. Well, if you see her, please tell her I still love her, she'll have my heart until my dying day. Mr. Zach Autry, have you seen my Blue Ridge girl?
Thank y'all so much. Let me introduce this fellow over here that's doing the talking and the bass playing and the singing. He's no stranger to many of you. I know we've seen you either here or at other festivals before. He is the two-time consecutive reigning, that's not like it was a wrestling title, sorry. Two-time consecutive Spigma Bass Player of the Year. Multiple award winner for vocal and songwriting. Terrific teammate, band member, terrific boss, singer, songwriter, and terrific friend. Give a big hand here to Mr. Edgar Loudermilk.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much. It's great to be back here at Rimington, Ryde. This is a wonderful festival. Thanks to Larry Efall. I know he's got a lot of events. Y'all go back there to the flyer table, because I know a lot of the flyers that the festivals that Larry put on, we're going to be on that bluegrass cruise Larry's doing in October. Anybody going on the cruise? That's going to be a lot of fun, and he's got some flyers. I mean, you've never seen a cruise boat till you see a cruise boat took over by bluegrass folks, y'all. It's really something now. You have to check it out. But also, another festival we're going to be in the area. Anybody ever heard of the Brantling Bluegrass Festival? I know they're here, the Brantling Bluegrass folks. We're going to be over at the Brantling Bluegrass Festival in Sodus, New York, in just a couple of weeks, just a few weeks away here. So we're looking forward to a great time. So y'all check out the Brantling Bluegrass Festival. Our whole tour schedule will be at EdgarLoudermilk.com also. We have the Brown County Bluegrass Festival, and it's in Georgetown, Ohio, that we host along with Miss Lorraine Jordan that I see is here. It's right here she is, and we're hosting that festival with Miss Lorraine, and we're going to be over there the 4th weekend in August, and cannot wait to get over there. And Lorraine will have some of those flyers on her table over there. I'm sorry, like I said, we don't have a product table because our bus is broke down, and everything we own, I think, is in that bus in Arizona. So, but Lorraine has got all of it right there, so y'all see her. We do a big fish fry on Wednesday before the festival. Anybody like fish fries? Well, we have Miss Rhonda Vincent, Lonesome River Band, Third Time Out, Lorraine Jordan. We're going to be there, and that's in Georgetown, Ohio. And on Wednesday night, if you come early, we're going to host a huge fish fry. I do that every year, and it gives me a chance to go fishing all year long so I can feed y'all fish and hush puppies. So if anybody's into that, y'all come on down to Georgetown, Ohio. We have a big time down there and would love to have you. So thank y'all so much. We'll do this song here for you. It's one I wrote years ago and recorded on my first project. This one I wrote about 1997. This is a song called The Rambler's Lament. I am a rambler, I'm all alone. I have no pleasure sitting here at home. Looking back, I know she's gone. Come me get away from me, taking without a home. Thank you so much. It's one called The Rambler's Lament. What about the new one, boys? We had a brand new single that just dropped on Pine Castle Records that dropped on Friday, this past Friday, and it's a song I wrote with Mark Brinkman. I talked about that song he wrote and sent us. Well, me and him wrote this song. This next one is our current single on Pine Castle Records, and we'll do this one here for you. And this is one I wrote with him up on the beautiful Tallulah Gorge in North Georgia. He came down, and him and his wife was visiting, and he called me from the gorge and said, Edgar, would you like to come up here and do a writing session up here at the Tallulah Gorge? And I thought, boy, this would be a perfect place to do a writing session. So I run up to the gorge, and we wrote 3 songs that day, and this is one of them. And this is the second single from our upcoming project on Pine Castle. And we wrote this song, I guess it was the mood we were in up there on that mountain. But you can check this out on our band page. They just released a video on this song. And the single just released, I think, to everybody this past Friday. But we'll do this one here for you. It's written by myself and Mr. Mark Brinkman. And this is one called Your Shadow Still Hangs Heavy on This Mountain. We'll do the first single. We actually released a single prior to that. And this is one written by a dear friend of mine from up in Michigan. And the first single and the title track of that project was written by a fellow named Jerry Eicher. He lives in Michigan. He has a radio show called the Old Hippie Bluegrass Show. If y'all get a chance, you need to check out the Old Hippie Bluegrass Show. They play some wonderful music, but have a lot of fun on the air, and we've always enjoyed their show. And one thing about Jerry, he's very spirited, and one thing he loves is horses. And he has horses, but he loves to go out west and see wild horses. Anybody went out west ever and saw wild horses running out west? It's very, very cool. Well, Jerry wrote this song about the most famous wild Mustang in American history. He lived in the Sand Wash Basin of Colorado, and it was a horse named Picasso. He got his name Picasso because it was said that he was so beautiful that he looked like a Picasso painting. He had legions of followers. People would come from all over the world just to try to catch a glimpse of this horse and a photo of this horse. And there's a lot of video and photos. If you get a chance, look up the horse that lived in the Sand Wash Basin, Picasso. They tried to bait trap this horse, and it was like he was untouchable. They couldn't catch him, and he lived over 30 years in the wild, which is a long time for any horse, let alone a wild Mustang. But his story still needs to be told. He was last seen in 2019, but his story needs to live on. And Jerry Eicher and Rick Lang wrote this song. And we put together a music video, is out there on our page, and this song is up for an award at the Josie Music Awards, the Independent Music Awards held at the Grand Ole Opry this October. We're up for Video of the Year and Song of the Year on this song here, so we're really excited about that. Thank y'all so much. And I'm excited because it's sharing the story of Picasso. So if y'all get a chance, look up the story of Picasso, but we'll do this song here about him right now, and we'll see what you think of it. This is one for you called My Picasso. They say he got his power from the Colorado sky, struck by a lightning bolt the 4th day of July. Sand Wash Basin, that's where he made his home. The wildest horse those parts had ever known. A stallion so elegant, so sleek and so clean, stood out from the herd with his coat of brown and cream. Bait traps wouldn't catch him, he knew how to survive. Became a celebrity, the fastest horse alive. Picasso, mighty my stay, running wild and running free. Shining night with your black bay, one day they will crown you king. You'll never feel the weight of a saddle or the tug of a lasso. My Picasso. Charge it battle, will they slash upon his throat? A break striking hard, tearing at his coat. Picasso was so valiant and always stood his ground. Although he was fearless, he knew when to back down. Horses still run wild in the deserts way out west, but there is only one who gained the most respect. When Picasso passed through, gallop on its stride, to honor him all the other stallions step aside. Picasso, mighty by stay, running wild and running free. Shining night with your black bay, one day they will crown you king. You'll never feel the weight of a saddle or the tug of a lasso. My Picasso. My Picasso. My Picasso. Thank y'all so much. We've got time for one more. We've thoroughly enjoyed being here at the Rimington Ryde Bluegrass Festival. Great hand for Larry Efall for putting together such a wonderful event here, and all the folks that work hard here at the Rimington Ryde Bluegrass Festival. Y'all come see us again. Check us out on EdgarLoudermilk.com. You can see our whole tour schedule there. Those videos are posted there. We'd love to hear from you on Facebook. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those outlets. You know, that social media stuff's going to catch on, folks. We need to jump on board maybe, I think. So my wife told me she's going to get me a cell phone one day, so. But we thank y'all so much. Y'all stay in touch with us. We love to see you again. Don't forget the Brown County Bluegrass Festival in Georgetown, Ohio. Lorraine's out there passing flyers now. Georgetown, Ohio. If you get a chance, we'd love to see you. We have a big week of music, got a big lineup. Lorraine Jordan's going to be there. Miss Rhonda Vincent, Third Time Out, the Lonesome River Band. We'd love to have y'all out there. Y'all come on the Bluegrass Cruise. We're going to be on the Bluegrass Cruise with Mr. Larry Efall. We're excited about that one, too. And also the Brantling Bluegrass Festival here in a few weeks up in Sodus, New York. We'll be over there. So we'd love to see y'all again. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of our hearts. We're going to leave y'all with this one here. This is one of our most requested songs written by myself, Zach Autry, and his dad, Jeff Autry. We love John Hartford, and John Hartford always sang about the riverboats. He was a riverboat man. He was actually a riverboat captain on 2 different river systems, the Mississippi and the Ohio. And after we were listening to a whole lot of John, we tried to write our own riverboat song here, and this is what we come up with. And it was the title track of a project that we had that came out on Rural Rhythm Records. And we'll leave y'all with this one. Thank y'all so much until we see y'all again, okay? And we'll leave you with this one right here. Get Mr. Zach Autry to kick it off. Here's one for you called The Lonesome Riverboat Blues. Now up this river and down again, to where is home and the one is my friend. Oh, no troubles around that bend. Riverboat. Now jumped on board when I was 10. I worked in the galley to pay my rent, scrubbing them decks and shining them shoes. Lonesome riverboat. High and belching out steam. Lonesome riverboat blues. Now when my time comes and my river days in, say a little prayer and throw me into the bottom of the river. I'll go, my friend. Troubles around that bend. Lonesome riverboat. Thank you, Rimington, Ryde. Till we see you again. Thank y'all. Make some noise for the Edgar Loudermilk Band. Yeah. We know how to do bluegrass festivals, don't we?
We know.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank y'all so much. We'll do one more fast one here. We hadn't covered a train song. What about that? We've covered a bunch of bases. We got to leave with a train song. Thank y'all again so much. Big lineup this weekend. Y'all stay tuned. This is going to be a fun weekend of music. Can't wait to see you again. We'll be around here for just a little bit. We're going to have to hit the trail here. I've got to get things in order to fly back to Arizona just to go get our bus. But we have enjoyed being here so much today. So thank y'all so much for hanging in with us. We can't wait to see you again. Y'all stay in touch with us. And we'll leave y'all with this one here. I wrote this train song years ago and recorded it on my second project. I'll tell you this real fast. Y'all heard me talking about my papa. I was real close to my grandpa. Well, we grew up on a train track. Right behind my house was a train track where I grew up. My grandpa, his grandkids would go down there and play on the train track. And he was pretty smart about ways he was figuring out to keep us kids close to the house. he would tell us, he'd say, y'all better not go too far down that train track now, because if you go too far, the hobo will get you. Y'all ever heard of the hobo? The old hobo will get you if you get too far down the train track. So we didn't go too far. We kind of stayed inside. But maybe that's where this song came from. I wrote this song a few years ago after my grandpa planted that seed. But we'll get these guys. On behalf of Zach Autry over here on the mandolin, Anthony Howell on the banjo, Mr. Jake Goforth on the guitar, and I'm Edgar Loudermilk. We'll leave you with this one right here. Here's one for you called The Hobo's Time.
Thank you. As he said, they'll be around just for a little bit of time here and everything, and then they got to get on the road. And